Hey everybody, today I wanted to show you how I got the oval embossed frame on this card. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to need is the Sizzix, what is this one called? Framed oval scallop. I know other people have been doing this with a store-bought frame, but I had this, so I figured I would make it work. I cut a piece of chipboard that was 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and this one I've already cut, but you're just going to lay your chipboard on the scalloped frame. Run this through your machine. If you make this any bigger, it's not going to fit through the machine, so that's why I made it that size. So 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Run it through your big shot, and then don't pick it up off of there once it goes through. Go ahead and use your Scotch tape to tape it all back together. I taped this side and then I turned it over and taped this side, so that way I had the frame and the scallop part stayed on. So the next thing that you're going to need is so your frame, one cutting mat, an embossing folder, and your big shot, and you're going to use tab 2, and you can lay your go ahead and put your paper inside of your embossing folder, and I laid the frame over that, and my paper's the same size as the folder, so my paper's 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I just line this up on here. If you want to, you can use the removable adhesive to put on here and stick this down. If you're doing multiple cards, that works well. So then you're just going to sandwich this in and run it through your machine, and then you will have the scallop frame. Looks something like that. This one I ran through and then I inked it up with craft, or actually now it's called crumb cake, so I inked it up with crumb cake ink. And I'm going to go ahead and assemble a card. I'm going to use the new set that's called Nature Walk. It's so beautiful. I love this set. So I'm going to use that because it's my favorite right now. I'm going to use some old olive and cherry cobbler, another one of my huge favorite colors. Ah, it's awesome. And I think I'm going to also use some gray, basic gray. Alright. I have mounted my stamps. If I'm stamping just by myself, sometimes I just use both sides of the block just to make it faster. So this is the birdcage image, and I'm going to ink it up in the basic gray. I'm going to put my birdcage kind of up over here somewhere. Alright, and then I'm going to add the tree, or the little plant, to this side. And I'm going to use a post-it note to kind of cover up this part of it, because I don't want the little plant to go down too far. So I want it to be kind of right there. Alright. And then I'm going to use some words from the new set Wordplay. I love this set too. The words are nice and big. And I think I'll use the cherry cobbler on that and put the words up here at the top. Alright. I also just got some black taffeta ribbon. It's very pretty, so I wanted to use that also. And I'm just going to stick this down to the back. I'm going to add the little bird on also from that set, but I think I'm going to mount this to my card base first. And grab my ATG gun. Love this thing, it's awesome. think everybody needs a new TG bin. The adhesive is really great. Sticks very well. I say it's kind of in between your mono and sticky strip. That's what I would say as far as how well it sticks. Okay. This is just going to go on here. Well, this is very vanilla, and then just the basic black. And my card is the Naturals Ivory, I believe it's called. I like that cardstock because it's a little bit thicker than the very vanilla. Makes for a good card base. I'm going to put my little bird on. Just going to go kind of like that. And I just stamped the bird also on the very vanilla. And I used pastels to kind of color him in some. And then I cut him out and inked the edges a little bit with the crumb cake. And I added a tiny dot of Crystal Effects to the eye. So it'd be just a little bit shiny. Just going to put a couple of dimensionals. And you'll see my dimensionals. I cut all my dimensionals in half because they last longer, and you really don't need a hole in on a lot of things, so I always just cut them in half. And so here's the sample using the little polka dot folder and a card that's not Christmassy. And here's the other original one again also. On this one you'll see that it's not exactly even at the top and the bottom, and that's because when I ran my chipboard through the Big Shot, it wasn't exactly centered. So when I did my first frame, it came out a little bit off center, and I ended up thinking it was pretty good. So I liked it. I liked it that way. The flowers kind of balanced it out. So I liked it that way. So if you run it through and your oval is not exactly in the middle, it's okay. I would still keep that frame because it will still be good for something. So this was my second attempt, and you can see that this one was more centered. So those are my cards, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be filming more videos in the future. Bye!